Well, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me here on THV 11 Plus. After Wake Up Central, we're going to talk a little bit more about the forecast. We'll go a little bit slower again so you can see exactly what is going on. Sometimes we have to rush through that just a little bit in the mornings because everyone's trying to get out the door, but we want to give you a little more information on what to expect the next couple of days because it's certainly going to be impactful. The team and I have issued a THV 11 weather impact alert for Tuesday and Wednesday. That impact is going to be a wintry mix, and those cold temperatures are something we really need to talk about. Travel impacts are certainly likely in the form of ice on the roads. I think the kids may have some issues getting home from school tomorrow. We have to look at that. And then also you guys getting home from work and to work. So let's take a look at things and see exactly what's going on. But I want to prepare you again for today as you're starting the day off, and we'll quickly jump into the winter weather. 25 in central Arkansas right now. So again, as you're heading out the door, make sure you are nice and warm. 17 is what it feels like. And the day is the day to prepare. Today, lots of sunshine and light breeze. Looking for that high today in the mid 40s. So this is where things start to change. As we're heading into Tuesday and Wednesday, we do have that weather impact alert, and we're going to start to see the impacts of that wintry mix early on Tuesday by noon or so, I think. And then Wednesday, we're not going to be dealing with any wintry weather, but we're going to be dealing with the results from it. So that's why Wednesday is so important with this. And you can see those temperatures really aren't moving much there. So hour by hour for your Tuesday, again, that weather impact alert all day long. By 11 a.m. we're already going to see those temperatures around 32, and by noon, 1 p.m. we're going to start to see that wintry mix push in, and with the ground we'll start to see those bridges and overpasses start to ice up and be a bit patchy. Now we might see a transition of freezing rain, but it is going to freeze on contact. So again, that's the time the kids are heading home from school and you need to get home from work. So we are looking for a bit of a transition to some snow as we're heading into the evening hours, but that temperature continues to fall. And keep in mind, we've had a bit of a layer of ice as well. So days below freezing forecast. This is something to think about. 60 to 80 hours are expected to stay below freezing, and that's going to be tomorrow afternoon through Friday. Remember those 3 P's: pipes, people, and pets, and just make sure we're taking care of each other because this is going to be some frigid weather. And looking at those winter weather alerts, so we've got those top 2 rows counties here in Arkansas that do have that winter storm warning. They are looking for significant snow, 4 to 6 inches, and just to their south around Clinton, Searcy, and Batesville, and you could see anywhere from 2 to 4. So that's something to keep in mind with their winter storm watch if you're traveling in that area. But in central Arkansas, a big portion here is going to talk about some ice, and even that glaze around Pine Bluff, Arkadelphia could be impactful. But although we will get that snow, we will have that ice underneath. And again, we're talking about those temperatures. They are not going to warm up at all. So that is something to keep in mind. So if you do have to travel, especially with this ice forecast, go ahead and make sure you've got some blankets, some snacks, some water. Just make sure you have provisions in the car, because although you may be great at driving on ice or in snow, again, there's others that might not be. And we are looking for probably some significant impacts on the traffic. And so you could get stalled out there for a while if the roads are shut down, or maybe if there's an accident. So the best thing to do is to stay home if you can. I know that we will be keeping an eye on this and on the roads as well. But we're talking about the snow. We talk about significant snow to the northern portion of the state. And again, as the further you come south, we're just looking for a trace to 1 inch. But the important thing to remember, like I said, friends, is that we are going to have a layer of ice underneath that. So it's going to make traveling a bit treacherous. So wintry mixed precipitation, all of it, we've got everything coming our way, friends. And here's the timing on that. Starting to see that in the morning time for western Arkansas. And again, by noon to 6 p.m. in southern Arkansas, you will start to see that as we're heading into the afternoon evening hours. So let's talk about that and time it out. By noon tomorrow, you can see that snow in northern Arkansas, and already seeing those temperatures in that wintry mix making its way to us. And by 6 p.m. we're at 26. We've got a nice sleet and some mixed rain there, and snow and ice and a little bit of everything, friends, as we're looking at that 6 p.m. hour. Lots of folks could be still heading home. And to the north, we're looking at that snow. As we're heading into the evening hours, that continues. This is around 9, and then we're going to start to see that snow make its way into central Arkansas. We'll be around 20 degrees. Now it's going to move out of here quickly. This is around 3 a.m., 18 degrees, but cold weather is wrapping around this high pressure, and it's going to usher that in, and we're looking at those temperatures to completely fall into the single digits. And I want to jump ahead here and just kind of zoom ahead. This is around 10:30 Wednesday night. It's going to be 16, and by the time we make it to Thursday morning, it's going to be 7. And that is not a wind chill. That is the actual air temperature, and we're looking looking for those actual air temperatures to be in the negatives around Harrison, Fayetteville, and around 1 in Mountain Home. So again, let's talk about the wind chill forecast. This is going to be Thursday, although we're looking for those single digits, again, 8, 9 degrees. We're looking for it to feel more like -5 in central Arkansas, and across the state it is going to be very cold, brutally cold in the Harrison, Mountain Home, Fayetteville area, -19, -15. Again, make sure you are taking care of each other. And as we're heading into Friday morning, although it will be a tad warmer, it's still going to feel like it is 3 degrees. So keep that in mind as you are heading into the next few days. That's just kind of a quick recap of the forecast from Wake Up Central, but we're going to talk a little bit more too about some warmer weather that is heading our way for next week. That's good news, but Thursday morning, again, that's something to really think about. I imagine we will extend this weather impact alert, but we want to talk a little bit too about exactly how long it's going to be freezing, which is 60 to 80 hours, and that's going to be from Tuesday to Friday. So we originally talked about this being, pipes, people, and pets, but we really need to talk about how to dress for this cold weather. And talking about hypothermia, it's a bit different than frostbite, and with this type of weather, we can certainly see this coming to us as well. So again, keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about in the elements. It is certainly something to keep in mind as we're looking for the next few days. It's not going to get any warmer. So with this extreme cold, make sure you've got that hat and hood and face mask, gloves, and that outer layer. And layering is definitely the way to go, because if you do get wet or you begin to sweat, it's going to make you even colder and drop your body temperature. So keep that in mind. And that hypothermia is a medical emergency that occurs when your body temperature drops too low. So keep that in mind. And frostbite is a medical emergency that occurs when body tissue freezes from being outside. So that's why those gloves and that face mask and everything is so brutally important. These mornings ahead are going to continue to be very, very cold as we're heading into the next few days. So again, overall, really just looking for this cold weather to continue. We're only talking about one day really of this wintry precipitation coming through, and it's going to begin again around the time frame of 11 a.m. to noon on Tuesday. So overall, we're going to start to see it pretty quick, and I want to talk about this hour-by-hour forecast one more time because it is so important. Again, schools haven't made any decisions just yet on exactly what they're going to do with schools, but with that temperature hovering right around 32 so early in the day, I expect the roads to become treacherous pretty quickly, and maybe not overall, but there will certainly be some patchy areas. And I know with a few counties, there's a lot of rural areas, so this is going to be cumbersome for the buses as well. So again, lots of decisions to be made over the next 24 hours, and overall we're just going to need to make sure we are taking care of each other and keeping things going. So just one more quick time, we're going to look again at this area that we have that winter weather watch, and that is going to be in the northern portion of the state right now. I do expect this to be extended just a little bit throughout the day, minor adjustments, but we could see that transition throughout the rest of today. And as we're heading into the next few hours as well, we really need to focus on that ice. And remember, we are getting a little bit of snow, which is going to be fantastic, and there might be some good sledding because there's going to be ice underneath there. So again, don't let the trace to 1 inch of snow fool you, because underneath it we will have that ice here in central Arkansas. So again, keep all this in mind, friends. We will keep you warm and we will keep you updated on the latest and the greatest, but we do have that weather impact alert for that winter precipitation that will begin to move in at 11 a.m. To noon or so on Tuesday, and that will continue throughout the day with temperatures falling pretty quickly. And then to the overnight hours, we'll transition to a mix of snow, only looking for a trace to 1 inch in central Arkansas, but the further north you go, again, we're looking for anywhere from 4 to 6 inches, and those temperatures in the northern portion of the state are going to plummet, and we're looking at -19 again for the Thursday morning, and that's going to be their wind chill. So Wednesday, it's going to be much better. It is, but it's going to be a bit treacherous on the road. So we will see some sunshine, but you can see those temperatures aren't moving anytime soon. We'll be below freezing at least through Friday, and then we'll start to see some sunshine. And here's the good news. We're going to start to warm up as we're heading into the weekend, and we'll do that big thaw. We're looking for plenty of sunshine, and by Sunday, we'll get back to the 50s once again.